Hey guys, it's Millie Camille. How are you guys all doing today? Go ahead and comment down below to let me know. Sorry guys, these glasses. They're gonna they just do too much reflecting. It shows my screen. It's just not gonna work for right now. Anyways, so this is my story time about my dare I say Big Bear trip. We had so much fun, but there was so many things that went wrong. In my vlog, you see me say, like, I'm totally gonna do a story time, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my story time, because, you know, sadly, things aren't happening, and it's been 1 week since my trip, and, I don't know if I'm gonna post this, of course, like, a day after I post my vlog. My vlog is probably going up in a couple of days. It's done editing, it's just processing and all that stuff. But anyways, let's get into the story time. So we are going to start with our drive up there, you know, Friday night, March 1st. And the drive, I mean, of course, like, some of the roads were down, so we had to go back in the back route. And that was fine, like, it was pavemented and everything. And then we were taking the 18 up there, and our GPS, I mean, this is totally not the guy's fault, like, this is not his fault, but I think he should have done something. He should have said something about it, like a warning. But the GPS takes you through a Jeep route. My car is not a Jeep. My car is not a Jeep at all. And, so my husband says, alright, well, I mean, we can do it. Like, the car is a mini SUV. It's a Mitsubishi Outlander. If you know what that is, then you know what it is. And if you don't, then you don't. I mean, I can post a picture here. So, there she is. So anyways, so we get to the Jeep route, and my husband's like, we can do this. I just have to drive very, like, smart. Very wise. And I was like, alright, we can do this. And we're a full car, okay guys, like, luggage in full. It's a 5-seater. All 5 of us are in there. There is no space. So we get there, and we're doing great, and then halfway up we get stuck. Our tires start spinning and all of that stuff, and a guy was right behind us, and when we stopped, I mean, we couldn't do anything else, and my husband's like, okay, let's put our chains on. Like, it keeps, like, sliding, it's not gripping. So he's starting to put the chains on, and the guy behind us gets out. Excuse me, fuzzy butt. So he gets out, and he was like, hey, you guys okay? And we're like, yeah, we can. And my husband's like, we can do it, like, don't worry, like, we'll get up this mountain. And me, I was like, no, we're not getting up this mountain. Like, we are so close to the edge, like, I don't want to tumble. We have a full car. Like, if it was just me and my husband, then I think I would be like, oh yeah, we're totally cool, like, we're good. But it wasn't just me and my car, it was like my brother, my mom, and her boyfriend. And so we had a lot more people in her car than normal when we go up to Big Bear. And it was our first time staying at this cabin. We always use Airbnb. We always had a great time with Airbnb. The one trip before this, it was like the Airbnb place was kind of janky, but we were okay with it. Like, it wasn't dirty or anything. It just, like, was very tiny and, like, very scary. It was like cabin in the woods, kind of scary. But, like, in the pictures they didn't look as scary. But that's a whole nother story. So I was like, no sir, I don't think we can make it up here. Is there any way, like, we can back it up, and, like, but we need you to move? And he was like, no. I was like, what? He was like, no, I have to get to work. This is the fastest way to work. I need to go. We're already halfway up. You just need to push through. He's like, or I can tow you out. And I was like, no, we're gonna go. And so my husband puts the chains on. The guy's just standing there, not doing anything. He's just being annoying now. He's like, your chains aren't on right. And I was like, oh, can you help them? And he was like, no. I was like, okay, so you're gonna just sit here and stand here and criticize that we're doing everything wrong, but you're not gonna help us or give us, like, like tips or tricks or anything like that, and he was just like, no. And I was like, okay, great. Okay, I love Big Bear people, but like they're not the most friendliest. Like, I mean, there is this one restaurant where like the waitresses are friendly. Some of the waitresses are friendly, but like with Big Bear, it's either like a hit or a miss. Like they can be like total jerks, or they can be like the sweetest things on earth. And I think it's so funny about that. I'm like, oh, you would think that they're all like humble and stuff like that. No, no. I just think they get annoyed that there's a lot of like tourists, I think, because there's only like 500 people that live there. And like the rest are tourists, like people like go up there and like travel and stuff like that, and we're one of them. We go up there twice a year and everything. So we get up the mountain. I mean, we had no other choice, so we get up. He was like, you're almost done anyways, and I was like, alright, whatever. So we get up, and then our GPS takes us to the wrong house, and I'm like, this is not the house, this is not the place. And so then we get my husband's GPS out, or his phone for the GPS, and his phone takes us to the correct place. We have a hard time finding it because it's covered in snow. So the first thing I noticed is that the guy didn't even like have somebody, like if he doesn't live in the city, then I live there, then that's fine. But like I used to work for somebody, and that was my job, was to control this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like to make sure that the people that she has out there hired, that they did their jobs. You know what I mean? Make sure that they cleaned the house, make sure they had the place shoveled out, so there's somewhere you can park. There's, you know, like just certain things that when you're renting out to tourists that aren't from that area, you would assume that they would have done. So the driveway was not shoveled out. We had to shovel our way to the front door. Like the front door was full. Like we had to shovel. And so then we shoveled ourselves there, and then like we have a hard time getting in the door. The door gets stuck. You have to literally do it full force into open this door. And we finally open up the door, and we get in, we turn on the lights, and it's a mess. Disgusting. Literally disgusting. I was so mad. We look over, there's dishes on the counter, there's dirty dishes in the sink, there's trash in the trash can is overly full, dirty towels are on the floor, and I'm just like, okay, well, alright, I'm like trying to be positive, you know, I'm like, okay, well, we can take this out, but I'm gonna take pictures of it and be like, hey, like, you can't charge me for the cleaning fee, like, this is, like, your mess, like, this was from, like, last time, I don't know if you forgot to tell the maid or something like that, and, you know, that happens, like, that's why I was trying to be, like, very, like, understanding and stuff like that, because, like I said, like, I'm a human. It was my job once to say, like, hey, this day you need to make sure you need to go in there and clean, but my boss, she always had somebody go in and clean after and clean before. So it was like double clean. So that means he didn't even have somebody clean it after somebody left. You know what I mean? Like, that's disgusting in my opinion. And so, like, the trash just sat there, you know? So, I mean, like I said, I'm a human. So, I mean, sometimes we forget, you know, to send out that email to clean. So I was like, oh, I totally understand, you know? So, and we go up. None of the lights in the house work. Like, 1 out of 5. You like out of 5. You're like, okay, which one's gonna work? And so most of the house we had to use a flashlight, and it's 9 o'clock at night by the time we got there. Okay, we started this trip at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, like we hit traffic, we stopped to pee and do other things, and like, you know, and it takes longer to go the back route because, you know, it's the back route. And then we finally make it up the stairs, and the beds are disgusting. They're dirty. There's like, it's just nasty. We get into the master bedroom. The lights in the master bedroom does not even work. And the bed was not even made. Like, it was just like, it looked like, oh shoot, somebody's coming. So they just threw the stuff on the bed and just ran out. We go downstairs because there's only one bathroom. And the toilet looks like somebody had some bad Taco Bell. Like, that's disgusting. That is literally the most disgusting thing ever. And I was just, after I saw the toilet and the towels, the white towels were browned on the ends, like, and disheveled. They weren't on right nicely. They weren't, like, it looked like it was just, like, thrown in, it was used, and then you threw it there to dry. Like, that's what it looked like. And it was disgusting. The shower wasn't clean, nothing. So, at this point, me and my mom, we are livid at this point. The boys are still outside. We were just looking around and be like, oh yeah. The whole thing smelled like wet dog, which I know it was like a dog friendly place, but it was disgusting. Like, to smell wet dog, like, I have dogs too, but like, come on. There's ways to make sure that your house doesn't smell like that. And so I have my mom call because I'm nervous. I'm having an anxiety attack. Like, this trip has already been like to here because that Jeep route already had me frazzled. And then so I had my mom call. My mom's like, hey, so and so, we'll give him a fake name. What? And I want to like say his real name because I'm still fighting him on getting my refund. Hey Bob, we're at your cabin and it is disgusting. Literally what my mom said. She's like, there's trash in the trash can, it's overfilling, there's dirty towels on the floor, there's dirty dishes in the sink, there's dirty dishes on the counter, their beds aren't even made, and the toilet, oh my god. She's like, don't even get me started on the toilet. And he goes, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I don't like the way you're talking to me. I don't like your attitude, and you guys need to get off my premises right now. What? No? Excuse me? We need to get off the premises right now. Okay. Alright. I guess I'll get off your premises. I didn't want to stay here anyways because of how disgusting this is and how unprofessional you are. Unprofessional you are. Like, seriously, dude? Seriously? Anyways, so it's 9:30 at this point. We finished shoveling the driveway. So you're welcome, Bob, if you're watching this. You're welcome. We shoveled your driveway and we just left. I took pictures of everything and I was like, okay, whatever. I am livid at this point. Our car is already in the driveway. So we all load up into the car. Well, except the other two boys, my mom's boyfriend and my brother. We load up into the car. It's like a little bit of a hill up, and he kept hitting black ice, and we could not get the freaking car to go over that little bump to get onto the back hill road. So the boys out there are still shoveling, trying to get it as like smooth as they can to get the car to go out, because by this point with that Jeep route we lost our chains. I forgot to mention that our chain fell off. One of our chains fell off and the other one broke. So great. It was absolutely great. And so we couldn't put our chains on to grab as grip because they're already gone. They're already done. And praise God we didn't need them for the rest of the trip. But we finally get up there and we go to 3 different hotels. They were all no vacancy. 10 o'clock, 10:30ish comes around. We find Best Western. Praise God for Best Western. The lady at the front desk, she was so sweet. And we had told her our situation, and she was able to help us out, and she's such a sweetheart. She gave us AAA discount. I mean, I have AAA, so I mean but she didn't know I had AAA. And then she also put our room in as if it was like a king size bed instead of the double bedrooms, like the double beds. And she was just such a sweet person. And then it came with free breakfast every morning we stayed. We only stayed Friday, Saturday, and we went home Sunday. So we had 2 free breakfasts, and it was a little pricey, but it was because it was last minute. We were like, I need a room right this second, like, so of course it was a little bit more pricey than like the cabin, but the cabin we booked 3 weeks in advance. 3 weeks. This guy had 3 weeks to get his crap together. It's not like we booked like last minute the day before and be like, oh hey, hi, blah, blah, blah. No, 3 weeks, guys. 3 weeks in advance. I don't know how much more advance you can need for that. I mean, I used to do it for a living. Like, 3 weeks is plenty in advance. Even a day before is like okay enough advance. Like as long as I have my stuff together. So just livid. So we stayed at the hotel. The hotel was wonderful. It was beautiful. It had a little fireplace in there. We had a little balcony. I thought it was the cutest thing ever. If you didn't see my little vlog footage of the balcony, then I don't think I showed the fireplace. Our room was a little bit of a mess because there was 5 of us sharing a room. And it was just wonderful. And so yeah, that was my there was other stuff, but that was just family stuff. That's not Airbnb. But a little update. I have reported him to Airbnb, and Airbnb was like, oh, they called me and they're like, I'm so sorry for this. I sent them the pictures, and they're like, okay, but we just have to get his side of the story, and then we can process everything. It is 1 week later. We'll give him until, like, Monday. Monday technically is the 1 week, but by the time you're watching this, it is 1 week later. If you're watching super in the future, I don't know. I'll tell you in the description or in the comments that I got it or not. I haven't heard back from Airbnb support. Bob has not sent me my refund. My card is still charged. Still haven't gotten my money back. I am, a little antsy, a little kind of irritated about it, and Airbnb, where you at? Like, I thought it's satisfaction guaranteed, and I was not satisfied. Did not even stay. I stayed a total of like 30 minutes to an hour at the most at the place. I need my $470 back. Thanks. But anyways, guys, this is my story time. This is my little rant. But I really needed to get it off my chest. And I guess I'll see you guys all in the next video. If you didn't check out my vlog, my Big Bear vlog, those are all the best parts of my trip. Definitely check it out. I'll have that link down below as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like I always say, friends never say goodbye. They simply say, see you next time. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. See you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.